Okay, we're back. There was no 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to do a long pattern, and we know that the half diminished, it wants to go to the left seriously with 2 minor thirds right there. So let's start over here. The wall gives us that ability. Okay, the wall gives us that ability. So we'll just look at this now. We're going to start with this 7, and we're going to go in the 5, 6, 7 string shape. We're going to take 7. Root 2, 3 string shape, and these are the string shapes. These are the string shapes. Okay, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. And then once again 5, 6, 7. Those are the long string shapes in any key. Okay, let's play them on the piano. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 notes per string. Okay, you start in one cage and you end up in the next cage. So let's start. Here we got 5, 6, 7. We're going to take the 7 on the 5, 6, 7, 2 on the root 2, 3, 4 on the 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 7, root 2, 4 on the 3, 4, 5, 7 on the 6, 7 root. Now we've already gone up 6 strings there. Okay, so we're going to be at the, we're going to warp up. That's it, 6 strings. So that is our basic half diminished shape there. Okay, so let's play that. Well, where's our 5, 6, 7? Right here, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to take 7, 2, 4, then 7. 4 is going to be warped up 1, just simple, one little warped up. There it is. You might say, but that's too long. How can that be a cage? Well, I'll show you. Because in the long cages, it should be okay. Remember, we started in the A cage. Started in that A cage, so let's see what we got here. I believe we have our long one. So here we are. Here's our A cage. Now let's look at that. Do we have the drawing tool? Drawing tool's up here today. I had to reinstall my Bandicam a couple of times on a couple of different computers. I'm doing computer upgrades. Hey, and we got red right there. That, now remember, don't worry about this other stuff. It's just this is the A cage. Now, I think we went out of the cage, did we? 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, we went on string there. Okay, try one more time. 7, 2, 4, 7, 2. Okay, that 2 was over here. Looks like we didn't get a perfect arpeggio. Okay, let's go back to our a perfect arpeggio, meaning one triad member per string. So let's try that again. 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4. Yeah, we didn't. We skipped that 2, didn't we? Okay, I caught myself on that one. All right, so maybe we're not going to always have a perfect arpeggio. Let's see if we started with the root now. So let's just take this out. See, we can do that with the wall. Let's start with the root here. Root 2, 3 string shape. We have 2, 4, 7. Okay. So we're still going to have one on string there. 7 to 2, then to 4 in the C string shape, then to 7. So it's not so bad. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to get a perfect arpeggio. But let me show you, my friends, even on, let's say, the C3, 4, 5 here, if we want to do a regular Ionian triad root 3, 5 here, starting on 3, let's say, it would be, we still have an on string here. Don't forget your on strings, because on strings make life a lot nicer. Okay, they just make everything a lot nicer. It's just, we'll have to select in that, I guess it was the A box we were looking at here, we'll have to select a few of those chords, 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4. You know, select our chords from those groupings, okay? You know, so you may want to just work with 3 strings or something like that. So it would be 7, 2, right there is a 2, a 7, and a 4 right there. So you could just work with those 3 strings there. Okay, so you just bar it there, kind of do a little bar and do this. You know, just do that. And up here you could find, you know, something to play. You could do a 6th up here. Sounds like a train whistle. So let's move on. That is the gist of, that's all I really want to say about chart 341. We want to move ahead. Okay, we want to move ahead in charts here. So, okay, I want to jump ahead with charts here now. Having a little technical difficulty, but not much. So what we have here now is chart 346. We're going to jump ahead a bunch of charts. Long shapes by the numbers for easy string shape IDs. That is the hot topic here. Okay, so what we have is old style caged, and remember we can build a string shape pattern, okay, for string shape to cage conversion reverse direction. Okay, what it means is, let's say we have our bass, so we have a C shape on the bass, the C string shape. Let's review our string shapes. C string shape 3, 4, 5. On top of that goes 6, 7 root, 3 notes per string, except with the A string, there's only 2. The A, not A string, sorry, the A string shape can be anywhere, depending on the key. 3 notes per string except the A string shape. Okay, so we start with the bass string shape, whatever that is. We can start on C, we can start on A, we can start on G. Let's start on G, bass. 6, 7 root. We go to the 5th of that string shape. According to this, the 5th of G is D. So it's 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then we go to 2, 3, 4 up here. Then we go to the next pentatonic from the bass. If you're starting on G, the word, if you're starting on a G in a pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A. So A is the next pentatonic, so it's on the 3rd string. We have the A string shape. The next caged letter from G is going to be C, A, G, E. So we have our E shape, but it's going to be shape fit over here because it's migrating to the left, but it's still the E shape. Okay, then we go to the string shape 4th of the bass. The string shape 4th of the G is the C string shape. So we're going to play a warped up C string shape. Now that one goes over to the right again because it's not straight on top of the E because of the tuning third. One's because of pattern migration. One's P4 pattern migration. One's because of the tuning third. So we got 3, 4, 5 there. Then the top string's the same as the bass. Now you just reverse these things Where cage goes to a pentatonic increase, a fourth goes to a fifth, to